Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your presentator for today, and I'll be rolling with my co-caster Nino. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, MK. We had two teams eliminated last week from the playoffs. We're going to have two more eliminated after this week. Going to be down to just four teams left.
Yeah, down to that many left after that, and we're only left to 6 more games. That will be it, all, and then we're gonna have a new champion of the RBT series. It is that close, just a mere few weeks away.
Yeah, still got huge upset potential too. We got Osu still in the winners bracket. You win as well. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this plays out.
Yes, it is, and I'm excited for it. I know you are, man. It was an exciting match seeing Diesel and Ascendant as well. We'll be going over some of those highlights, but do thank you
Oh,
very much for casting that one for everybody and getting that one live for sure.
of course, it was an absolute pleasure to be able to host one of the playoffs matches on my stream. Of course, we've got the VOD of that still over on yours. Don't worry, all the VOD action, if you missed anything, on the L4D Gamers YouTube channel.
Absolutely, that's where the action will be. Also, keep an eye for Null. Your channel will be up soon. Make sure everybody gets a link to that as soon as you get that up and running too. So we'll have a whole bunch of Left 4 Dead matches going up everywhere, and it's going to be awesome. But I don't think we should delay it anymore now. What do you think? Should we jump into these highlights for the week?
Let's get into it.
Alright, let's set it up for everybody here. Alright, week 9 is in the books. It is done with. And the first game we'll have in the semifinals of the winner bracket. You and me did this one together now. Question mark versus Osu. And what a start to this one. How about it, now? I mean, that just speaks for itself right there.
Yeah, now if you could hit me with the screen share, that would
Oh
be
my,
great.
oh my goodness! I forgot I had to
We had some
leave.
technical issues.
All right,
Yeah,
hold on
yeah.
a sec. Hold on. Let's run back these things for Null here so we can get this. I apologize. I forgot that I had mic issues.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. All right. Question mark and
Okay.
Osu. Now we have you on board. Like I said, this opening attack pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it? Here, Null.
Yeah, this was a big one. The tri-cap to start us off straight onto the noggins of question mark. But the action here in chapter 1 continued to heat up, as we'll see. Not exactly the most promising chapter for Osu, as we see for question mark. Still on the survivor side, they do get hit big by this spit delay. Tank comes in, double boom, charge. Here it comes. And he is in there. Got the survivors split. Is going to be going straight for Rochelle. Gets the corner on her. Does knock her off. Still got a target inside though. And this is going to be a whole lot of damage, of course. Still got 3,500 left. Looking like a wipe here. And indeed, it will be jockey on the head of Xenix. Down goes Rochelle. And the Hunter catches.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate situation for question mark. Not able to get out there on their away game, get stuck inside, and when you get split off by the tank, it is not going to end well. But either way, we're going to switch over. Now it is going to be Osu, the underdog of the match, committing with their survivor side. And this was a questionable play here. No, look at, he trusted the pole. He leaves it. He punches the survivor inside the fence, and they double up. But they don't want to get double. But what happens? They get double yeeted into the water. And you know how that's usually going to end when there's a tank alive and only 2 survivors. Now it's going to end up in their demise. And they wipe out.
And we've got 3 SI supports still there to finish it up. And on their home server, Osu looking a bit shaky on chapter 1.
Yes, possibly we'll do those tournaments, my friend Revik. We see you there, but right now we're going to have a commit with Osu's tank, trying to navigate these cubicles, and it can be very challenging, but he gets his corner. The Charger manages to land, gets cleared. The tank
I love this.
throws the rock, decommits out the window, and he says, I've had enough. Not able to get the rock there, but that's pretty much going to
Right.
be the demise of Osu. And then right here was a great follow-up. The charge spit's going to land, but I think almost everything gets in the spit but the pounce here now. What a pull, and good capitalization on damage after the tank from Osu.
Definitely. Question mark still looking pretty healthy. That is until this moment right here, MK. Look at this collat charge. There he goes over the fence with the tri-cap to boot. Now that survivor is going to be able to eventually get 2 clears, but he's going to have to run all the way back around, and that was their highest health character.
Yeah, that was just a really unfortunate situation for them now. You would think that there would be a clip to stop that, but apparently there is not. And that would be the demise for his team. As you can see, this is the next hit, and ZenZenix is still running the map by himself right now while this is going on. But unfortunately for ZenZenix, is they're not going to let him go for the next hit, so they will reach their demise. But there was a big struggle here with 3 survivors up front here now, and they lose everything. And this is pretty much where it gets cleaned up, if I remember correctly.
It absolutely is. This was a great hit as well. Of course, they don't have to do too much, but nice little charge to finish the job. Question mark did manage to still get some distance through, and this is their away server, but that was definitely a tough pill to swallow. Now we've got the tank on the side of question mark and be in the hands of ZenZenix, and he is going to find the engage still with 5 seconds left on snipe, runs it through into the cubicles. He's getting ran around just like Star was, struggling to find any smack, still has not gotten one, finally going to find one on Nick. Down go the SI support, 2,000 health left on ZenZenix, and he is going to attempt the disengage here with 600 health left. Osu dips out, and they do finish him off.
Yeah, they had to kill off the tank there. I mean, Osu would have did the right thing on running because they won't get a spitter for these close quarters. But look at this pull down now, and he gets the rock,
Nice.
and he chooses to commit here. This is interesting. Question mark on the away game gets the guaranteed corner, and the in-cap goes out when he has 28 HP, but he has nowhere to go. He needs his charger to help him, and now look at how close this charger is to helping. He's a second too late, and the tank is going to die off. That is unfortunate for him. And that's how close some things can be from getting just an in-cap to a whole bunch more damage.
You're absolutely right. This match was certainly a game of inches. In comes Osu's tank. He's not going to... I don't think he finds a ton. He does get a couple smacks. The SIs do support. Okay, a rock into a smack. Jockey on the head. This is going to be an in-cap onto, I believe, ZenZenix. He manages to find. Once he drops back down here, a nice little play to climb up on top. But we saw Lion. He actually got in-capped a little bit later than that. This is a big hit out of Osu. And question mark is able to keep it running through MK, but not with a ton of bonus.
No, I mean, on the away game, you really just want to touch safe room, but right now it's going to be the last round for home on Osu. This is going to be the commit from NF's tank. He gets an early corner with about a 4,500. He picks a survivor. I believe that was 5 punches. So they got him down to 1,600. The hunter will land. The charger comes in, misses. And this pretty much guarantees that it's not going to be a wipe. But NF does spread the love quite a bit, and that is good for an away game, I would have to admit now, because there's pretty much no bonus left.
Definitely. I mean, that chapter 3, I think Osu did actually manage to get a lot of points through. But in general, question mark looked great on their away server. Able to evade some of the damage. This was one of the bigger hits onto question mark, as you can see with that stairwell hit. Spit comes out as well. Chunks him down, and then the tank engage from Star. He runs it in, getting some smacks. In come the SIs. Hunter, Charger both connect. Some more smacks coming out. Jockey is dealt with, and question mark is going to be able to continue to spread the love, but 364 bonus left. Not exactly as much as you would hope for.
No, but nice bit here. Almost a double death charge. But unfortunately for ZenZenix, he goes for a ride, and that will meet his demise. And here are the 3 survivors trying to get into the safe room on their away game. Very low HP. 3 cappers coming in. Hunter finds a target in the back. The charger gets a double. And this will eventually, on that high ping, all those commons will in-cap you for sure.
Yeah, so it was a question mark down about 2,000, I believe. That here is the tank out of question mark here. Gets kind of an awkward situation. Eventually goes for the engage. Hunter charge. Able to help him out. Gets a nice smack all the way into another area code. Coach will be able to recover from that. But in the meantime, the tank damage continues to come out. That being said, with how low NF is, you can tell this is not going to be the wipe. This will be the first time that the tank does not get a wipe on Chapter 1 in this match.
Yeah, and actually that's a lot of bonus for an away game. And look at the end of the safe room how much they have it. This is huge for Osu right now. This is the last damage chance. They walk up to here with 505, which is huge for an away game. And they only lose about 40 points and still walk in. And that was probably a big turning point for this game, in my opinion, Null. And now Osu would switch over, gets the rock. Now, this was an interesting commit here. Now, we saw this when it happened. He went in, he got the rock before. He goes in now trying to find somebody. He throws a rock, he does land it, and then he jumps out the window with 4,200 HP.
This is the second time that Star did this. He did it on the home server for Osu as well. He re-engages here with 2,900. And with the double boom, rock to the face. I mean, so many rocks coming out.
Yeah, but he decommits and he goes in for a third commit time. He's up there, his spawns are landing. He does land a rock, and he actually goes in and almost gets one more punch. But man, the tank might have got a lot there now, but man, did the SI go in 3 times and gather up a bunch of damage.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. And following up with a big hit, Hunt into the spit. Charge even gets the follow-up with the wall connection, knocking him back down. And it's surprising that Charger was able to get through from the green pings from question mark, but it still happens. The Hunt spit, double boom, jockey on the head, and look at all the spit damage that Osu is able to lock in over and over.
Yeah, this is a home game for question mark, and look at the bonus. It was in shambles. They walk in with just a bucket of change, to be honest. And then they're going to have switch over to Osu. They do get a good attack in here. Good charge separation. Even the jockey kind of body blocks. But there's a separation in that little room, and there's a safe area now.
Yeah, and they do use that safe area to their advantage. We do see Osu pressing through the charge into the spit. Going to connect onto Rochelle. And they've already been chipped down a quarter of their HP before this tank comes in. I love this as well. The fast push-up. He was playing so aggressively, and he pays the price for that charge to start off the engagement.
Only bad part there now is he yeets him over the top of the wall, not letting him get his in cap, which he would have had and been very healthy, because he's still healthy. And the double cap lands out, and now there's only one survivor to try to change. And what a clear null that allows Coach to get up and try to save his teammate, but he gets pulled for the penalty.
Yes.
And they will live.
Play.
And they live.
Right. The most important part, they actually don't get wiped there.
And that was what a fortunate circumstance for Osu there, managing to survive. It looked red. And they get another hit in the same area, another charge spit in the exact same spot. No, that's why I had to clip both of them, because it was identical. Yeah.
All right, this time we've got the tank coming in from Osu. He is just going to be running it down. The smoke comes out to try to help out. Not going to happen yet. Drops in. Able to get the corner here. And follows it up with another smack at least. Nick does break out of that eventually. Coach goes to help out with the smoker. And down goes the tank. Question mark's looking all right.
Yeah, looking very healthy here. And now we're actually going to take it to the other side. There was not much. Question mark had a good bonus there. And now it's going to be Osu backing up. The tank gets his first punch, but his support is now dead. And he is now alone. I mean, he spreads the love decently. But I think Osu did another great take on a tank there. Now look at their green health survivors high, and they just pop pills. And with no more highlights, they make it to the safe room.
Right. Yeah, beautiful one-shot skeep by Violet while he gets double-teamed. But here's the tank out of Violet himself. The incappers have already come out. He has no more support left. But the smack after smack after smack, it's still working. They walk through with half the bonus post-tank, though.
Yeah, and now we're going to switch it up to side. It's going to be Osu going with their survivor side on the away. They're all swimming in the spit. But by the time we loaded this one up, the survivors, I think, just needed to get to the tank, so they needed a wipe at this point and all. And here's the desperate opportunity for them. They get a nice charge, but not able to cap the other guy up. And I believe, if I remember correctly, by the time this tank is up, the game has already been decided. And this is the last tank of the game. And Zenit goes in. He gets an early punch. That room is so dark, it's hard to see what's going on. And it looks like there's punches going on in there. And now the 3 survivors push forward. Look how close this gets now. Look at this Hunter clear. Right there, right before the jockey lands, he gets the clear. And they're not going to get the wipe. And if that wipe happened all, it would have been an 11-point game victory for Osu. That's how tight that was.
That makes sense, because even watching back this, but especially while I was casting, I was like, question mark, really? Not doing bad at all. They just fall short by just a bit. And here we go. Our next match, Hikori versus Yuen. This was also winner's bracket.
Yep, and the winner of this one is going to take on Osu. Battle of the the rise of the underdog on their path to get to victory, to try to sit on top of the loser bracket, or on the winner bracket finals, to sit there. But right now we're going to have a tank go in. It's going to be Celsa's tank, and this is unfortunate for him. He's not really able to get anything. He's chasing the boom guy. Jockey jumps around and gets killed. Now he's alone with 3,500 HP and no rage now, nowhere to go. Desperation. Rock comes out and he misses, and then he only gets one more chance for damage. And luckily Hikaru got a little generous on eating a rock on this ladder.
yeah, the car gets up, but he can't do anything with it. Really unfortunate for Celeste. We do have it switching over to Yuen side. Noro going to be the tank here. He's already been chipped down 30%. Nice attempt on both cars, almost catching out Yaft. Smoke comes out on the back line. It will have easy access clear for Ellis. The hunt comes in as well. The player inside Burger Tank, not really getting harassed at all, has been able to just fire, open fire, really, uncontested. Tries with the car right there, can't quite get it done. And I think he could have in-capped Zyko there.
Yeah, with just a regular punch. I think he was trying to hope for maybe a bank shot, but this was a great take by Hikori, and then a big separation blunder by Hikori right after. It was a great fake out, and they take a lot of damage, but not, unfortunately for Hikori, this is going to be a staple right here. And I'll let you take these events as they unfold.
Okay, yeah, this was unbelievable. We've already got one inside. You see the jockey trying to get in there. He can. I'm like, oh, it's over. But the Charger, Smoker, both connecting. Jockey finds a head, and Hunter eventually ricochets through. That is the quad to finish off the chapter. That's still about 500 plus points away from Hikori.
Yeah, it did. It was unfortunate for them, and we'll just have to see how much those points were important later. But for now, Shockwave is going to try to dig this car into play, and Yuen chose not to rush forward here, and there was no boomer in the spawn rotation. I don't know if they were wary of it, but it didn't really matter. He got his car into a decent spot, but unfortunately it bounced off that front little concrete circle, and now he has the survivors kind of split, but he already lost Zyko's Hunter, and with a jockey and a Charger and no Smoker, you're kind of relying on the survivors to put themselves in a scenario where he can get this car in, and he finally gets it in, but his HP is too low. They try to gang up on one survivor, and that car unfortunately doesn't land. He gets a punch, and that's just another one-hit tank coming out from Hikori.
Yeah, I got the feeling that Hikori was still a little bit reeling from that quad. Here we have Yuen. They pressed all the way through at the sugarcane field hit, and this hit is outside of the sugarcane field. They waited so long that they couldn't ever find a hit, and they clean up the SIs with ease, and in comes Yuen's tank.
Yeah, he's on his way in right now. He does get an early punch onto Shockwave, if I believe. There's another one. No body block from his teammates. They choose just to retreat. They shut down an SI, shut down all the SI actually. Meanwhile, he commits the in-cap onto the tank, and also if you don't notice now, he popped his pills, which means they're going to lose 40% DB as a consequence. They'll live, but that's the consequence for doing that.
Exactly, and we're going to see the mirror of that, I think, this exact same round. This was a nice hit, though. The double charge, jockey on the head, almost takes him down the stairs. Not quite able to do so, and Hikori still looking decent. Switching over to Yuen. You take this away. So, this was chapter 3, right? We're skipping right. I kind of got lost in the sauce here. Okay, we're
Yeah.
going. Sorry about that. We're going into chapter 3 here. You win a tank in the hands of Yafed for Hikori, and this tank is going to engage here. We got the jockey going to get dealt with. Hunter is there ravaging away. He goes for the 180 rock, not quite. Does get a couple more smacks, but down he goes. He does get the end cap onto VDK before he passes.
Yeah, we tried for one more Desperation Rock, not going to get it. On the run, gets hunted down by Rochelle. And that will be a dead tank, just one in cap coming out on a neutral server. Pretty standard if you ask me. And this was their saving grace. Look at them attack the Uzis in the back. They put both shotguns in the front. Or their one shotgun was inside, so nothing can get shut down. And that melts away hundreds of points. And man, did Hikori need it at that moment. No, I don't know if you remember, but man, did they need it bad.
They did. That was supposed to be the safe route, and they made it look like the risky route. In comes the hit out of UN, and you can see all those SIs connecting. Charge goes long, gets at least one, and they go down a big chunk. They have an interesting strat with this tank. They run all the way around, and they've got him here at this spot. 60% health left on Axe Turl, getting wrapped around the tree. Does eventually find the connection. 2 smacks. Hunter as well. And I think the tank does fizzle out a bit here after this. But still able to lock in some damage. Hikori looking strong, though. 800 bonus left.
Now it's a desperation for Hikori. They know they are down. Look at the point delta right now. It is huge going on to this chapter because hard rate is not worth much points once you get to the finale in chapter 4. Only 400 distance. But he does a good job on putting him in place here. It's unfortunate they rock off. Or was it? We'll just have to see. He decides to bring all the cars back here. He's going to focus the 2 in the back, which isn't a bad idea. He just got to surround both sides with cars and make sure he has one ready to hit. And now it's up to the SI to make it happen. They get a pull. The car overshoots a little. He's able to funnel in and get his corner. Right now he's at about 3,800 HP. Survivor actually goes onto the car. Zyko wisely just punches the in cap. I thought maybe you throw a rock there and I'll try to get the grind. I didn't know if that was the right play or not. But look at what the play that happens. And this is just a wild circumstances. Watch the HP of VDK and the rock of the car, because he hasn't hit it yet. 2 rocks already, and it dies off with 1 punch. That is amazing for luck coming out there for Hikori, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that while it was happening live. It just absolutely grinded him out without the tank having to do anything. They do find the pickup, 225 HP left on Zyko. So UN does still have at least some hopes here, 320 bonus. Something we had been discussing a lot was, not having a double charge comes out. Rock does get skeeted. Round not quite done yet, but now that it's gone AI, of course. So we were really like, okay, well, UN made it through the hard part. Now they just got these low point chapters, but you are going to be in for a surprise here.
Yep, and now it's going to be Hikaru's tank. He splits the survivors there, greatly dodged by Yaft. It's very difficult to be able to dodge them when they're flying in your face and make the right choice. He is saved by that box. And look at that, the boomer does land, the car doesn't get stuck through. The survivors are able to escape. There's only 100 pouncing around, just trying to get the guns off the tank. He gets a pounce because it's close to the car, and this is so close. I don't know how he eats him into the window. That is just insane. Fortunate for the survivors. I don't know how that happens. No, it is just mind-blowing. But now he is stuck inside now, and look at it. Looks like Hikori's gonna be clean with this, and the hero jockey comes in, and look at what the hero jockey does. He quickly gets the in cap right before the tank gets killed off, and almost another one too. What a turnaround for that tank! What looked like it was really disastrous for UN.
Yeah, this was going to be such a great moment for Hikori, but it falls short with that end cap, taking out a lot of bonus, and as well as this hit, down goes Yaft in the spit, and Hikori just needed a couple more variables to go right for them. They do take it finale, though.
Yeah, they do, and this is going to be their last chance. This is their tank. Yaft is in. Already at half HP. The Charger will land, gets a slam. The Jockey landed too, but had to be cleared up by another survivor, so the tank doesn't get shot for a while. He will get his end cap, and here is probably one of the closest car punches I have ever seen. And look at this now. Oh my goodness. If that was a little to the right, that would have been an end cap. but for some reason VDK felt bad and said, you know what, I'll just eat this rock for you and give you more rage so you get one more hit on us.
Right, right. And he does have 1k HP left here for UN post-tank. They've still got a hit ready to go. It is the quad. They send it. Look at the charge. Get ready for the charge. There he goes. Lands onto Rochelle, but not quite able to finish the job. Nick was there ready for the clear, and the rest of this does get mopped up. That being said, it's a nice hit right outside the safe room for UN.
Yeah, if that jockey...
I mean, for a Corey, of course.
Yeah, if that jockey spawned with the charger, I think they land that quad. The jockey took way too long to get in there and couldn't get in there before the charger was cleared, but here it goes. Now it's Neuro's tank, and they only need fractions of damage. I think it was like 1 point at this point, or it might have already been over. But just right here, the tank is in. They do a great job on damaging him, but when they get boomed, that ended it right there and all, and that made it mathematically impossible. But man, what a comeback almost for Hikori, falling, I think it was 100 and change short of the victory.
Yeah, that survivor side for Hikori on the finale was so crazy to watch back. Like, they were not taking any damage pre-tank. It was like, they can do this still, but that tank will finish the job. Switching over to our losers bracket, this is Fear Factory versus Bocchi on Detour Ahead.
And we did this one together too, Novel. What a charge forward. The spit, or I think I might have been solo. Were you with me here? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yes. You were with me. The pound spit did, or the charge spit did land there. It was a little bit damaged early. It was a neutral game, and this is going to be Chris rolling it in for his team.
Exactly. He is going to get that car into place. Got that annoying railing up close, but not to worry because the police car is set up close behind. Hunter, Jockey, Smoker ready to go for the support. Jockey's creeping in there. Nice double cap with the support. Boom. Jockey on the head after the smack straight into the car. Chris gets one hit. And the survivors dip out, MK.
But you remember what happens here. If you get a little too aggressive and call your pants down, there's something called a charger that'll take you off the cliff, and they get a death charge. But still, they actually lose 2 survivors now, and they still manage to walk in with 186 bonus, which is pretty wild if you ask me.
I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, that's crazy. They still find 686 points here. And now we switch over to Liu's tank.
Yeah, he's trying. He has 2 survivors separated. He tries to get the car. He gets stuck on top of the house. The pounce will land. Now Liu just got to try to salvage what he can. He gets the rock. There goes an in cap onto Hydro. He's going to run back inside. But for a minute, he gets the punch through the window. And they finish him off before another one, and a pretty standard take plus an extra punch. Not too terrible for them.
Yeah, such a nasty runaround hit to finish off the tank for Liu. But that being said, you can see Fear Factory has a large point advantage going into Chapter 2.
Yeah, now this was quite a boom they got here. Now, if you notice now, the Horde took a while to come in, and they're killing them off here, but there's still about 8 commons left right here. There's 4 there and a couple more come over. The jockey finds a target. The commons are now in, and they're on Ellis too. So now Ellis is common locked while the others have to fight off. They can't clear the jockey because the tank goes for the cutoff. They do get the smoker though, and now only one person can shoot the tank, and look at his HP. He's still at 3,500. It's so much HP now. It's so
I know.
Healthy.
I was thinking maybe they even chase into that side room and they get 2 survivors corner, but Mui chooses to go for Nick and does manage to lock that down. I still got about 500 health left. You might think this is over, but you would be incorrect. Hunter, Boomer, and a Charger. Boom connects onto Rochelle. Charger's going to be hopping through the window here. Tank runs out, gets the connect. Hunter connects as well. And that's it.
Now the clear, look at the tank's HP, 176. Punch dies at the punch.
Oh.
If they wouldn't have got that, he would have most likely been able to pick his teammates up, but they wipe out. And will that come into play later? Who knows, but right now it's going to be Bravo running it through here. Splits the survivors, misses his first punch. He eats Coach outside, decides to throw a rock at about half HP. He lands one. The Charger gets cleared. The Hunter gets cleared too. Now he's alone, trying to do what he can. And I don't think he's able to find anything. All the survivors staying too far away from him. And this is a dead Bravo tank, and Osu will survive again now.
SI support feels so crucial on that Chapter 2 tank, and Bochi had it, Fear Factory didn't. They're going to attempt one last hit onto Bochi. Smoke pulls down. Hunter connects as well, but Charger goes for a 2 smacks and then a long charge, which gets sidestepped. They clear that up. They still got 580 bonus, and they're going to be locking it up.
And here we go. This looks like a great navigation. Actually, they take this pretty well considering, but they get single jocked out in the open, charged out in the open, both swimming in the spit.
So nasty. The Hunter actually got caught out to start off that engagement, so that was a 3 SI attempt. They make everything maximized in its cost, and we're heading to the sewers.
Yeah, this is a tough choke point to take, and they're ready for it. They get a charge. He's in the spit. They for some reason, they get stuck because I'm swimming in the wall with my camera there. And a jock all the way forward. And look at that. They get an in cap. And the DB suffers so much from that.
It certainly does. It certainly does. But we got the very late tank at 80%. He's not even in yet. The Charger, the Hunter, the Smoker gets the repull through with that. All the CIs running through, getting smacks as well. In comes the tank from Hydro. He is going to be sliding his way down. Takes about 800 points of chip. Survivors eventually have to back it up. Charge, Collat, the knockdown as well. Down, not quite. Liu goes down. Now he will. And so will Yeah. Got 2 left. Mui is going to get finished off, as well as a jockey on the noggin. And that will end their run short on Chapter 3.
Yes, it will. Now we switch over to the other side. This is going to be a great attack as they attack the Uzis in the back and they cover the door. This is just textbook support coming out. Unfortunately, Fear Factory didn't have a shotgun to shut anything down in one shot, so they suffer for the damage. It's an easy cap through the door, and that is a great take there. And this is very funny now. The baiting.
Yeah, the Survivors have 81% of their bonus left. They're trying to avoid a massive choke point. The charge does not make it, but the Hunt Spit will. Smoke pulls through as well.
Good damage. And look at this tank, Naw. This is knowing your slide down and gets the early corner. And he was still at 5k too. And he gives him such an advantage to spread damage. Because he probably right now, even though Chris gets his pills off, which will decimate the DB, it'll allow the Survivors time to retreat. And I was questioned on this stop here.
Yeah.
I thought the tank should have kept going when he had a Charger back there. Now the Charger gets focused down. And that is pretty much all this tank's going to get.
Right, yeah, the charge had already spawned in. It was like it was inevitable he was going to die. I would have liked to see the tank go all in there. At this point, the Survivors are going to go aggro onto this tank. He does get a hit onto Nick, blocking in the jockey for a bit. But yeah, Fear Factory survives.
Yes, they do. And now, this is interesting choke point coming up here. And look at, this was questionable. Look how well they're blocking this Charger. And now that they're up, I thought they should all run inside there and wait, and they choose to give up the Charger spawn, and it's going to cost a lot of bonus for it. The Hunter will land, the Charger won't, but nothing gets cleared quickly, and what I thought what could have been easily preventable from damage turned out to be 14% onto them.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. We do flash forward to the tank out of Asari. Fear Factory still has about 1,000 bonus left, which is very scary considering they're in the lead here. The log, first one very close, second one goes over, and it does finish him off with the pause. Yup.
Good enough, finish it off.
Yeah, charge follows up in the log, not quite gonna get blocked, but he continues hitting, jockey hopping around the side. And he does finish off Hydro. The thing is, he has so much health left. So the Hunter just hopping around. He does get cleared. The Hunter does not connect. But at this point, they're separated so drastically that Bravo gets taken down. And it's just Dr. Sheet to fend for himself, which he will do quite successfully for a long time. This will be fun to watch. But he does eventually go down.
Yeah, at this point, he's already killed 2 SI by himself. Now he has a jockey and a smoker coming at him. He kills the jockey off. He jukes the smoker, lowers him down to self-clear health now. He's going to be able to kill it, but unfortunately, it was a great rock juke, but it cost him to get boomed, and this is where it gets very difficult for him especially when you're on high ping. He has a lot of health, but he has to be able to kill this tank off very quickly as the tank's starting to grind people. And now he has a charger coming for him, which isn't the worst. And if I do remember correctly, he dodges another rock and dodges this charger. But I think the charger just misses.
Oh my god.
And unfortunately, when you don't got a shotgun on, you got a lot of common. When the hunter is now on you, it is difficult to get that shutdown. And Sheep's impressive miracle run at the end falls short after wiping off 6 special infected by himself.
It was so fun to watch, but it just wasn't enough. Now, here's kind of an interesting hit out of Fear Factory. We don't typically see this get locked in for a ton, but we've got the Jockey Hunter boom here. They climb up. Jockey carries down. Hunter connects on the ladder, brings him down. This Jockey is stranded. He's boomed. There's CIs wrapping around him, continuing to smack away, and they finally find those clears.
Yeah, that was a good choke point take by them, and now we're going to have Dr. Sheep trying to get some revenge for what happened to his team. He gets also both logs in play. Unfortunately, the first one's a little far back now. He's got to be careful not to push this into a situation where the survivors will blitz and just not have anything and run forward as the hiccups plague me yet again. We're going to get this log over the top. I believe he pops it over quite nicely. It does. Not able to grab anybody, and now he has to push through. Already down 2k before he gets through. Another 500 or 1500 there. He gets a punch, gets another punch.
Ooh.
He doesn't get the log.
Damn.
That's so unlucky. Well, we know that whoever Ellis was, does play Mario Brothers, as he knows how to navigate, do a little bit of platforming to get out of that hittable. But he does get one hittable at the end before Sheep is killed off.
Yeah, I didn't know if Asari really needed to take that. I don't think he did, but and we do take it to the finale here. This match was very, very close. You can see just how close it was points-wise. That car connects, but we figure out it's not an in-capping car. It is just some damaged cars, and so he will not really find too much else. Bravo. He's going to continue volleying this car in, knocks off the lamppost. He's taken about half of his health down at this point. Charger connects, gets cleared quick. Hunter, eyes get turned towards it. Jockey as well. Everything getting cleared up, and now he is stranded here. 88% of the bonus left as he tries and fails to get a couple smacks on Ellis.
It's unfortunate for him. They get juked, and now look how healthy they are. But this is going to be a quad try. That turns out to be a great amount of damage and pretty close. If you ask me, the Charger gets a lot of punches, and they needed that, because this finale is almost impossible to get damage. With how close this game was, Fear Factory needed it all, and they needed to walk in with, I think it was 1,230 bonus or something like that at this point.
Yep.
I maybe less. No, I think it was 1180 or something, 1186. I forget
Very
what it was.
close. Right.
But this is going to be the tank. He gets a punch there, and look at this. This is going to be Bravo cleaning up everything by himself. Actually, no, it's Chris. Cleans up everything by himself, including the smoker, preventing any damage from him being separated. But right here and all this, actually, that one punch beforehand really hurt them. And I think at this point we were like, there was 3 damage or something like this, wasn't it? Right here, I forget what we were saying.
Right, they were just barely in the lead, but that is going to finish the job right there. Way too much damage coming out on that hit. Yeah, it was that rock. That Nick tank to the face, it was worth so much, and it will eventually prove to be Fear Factory's undoing. Such a close match against Bocchi. I don't think many people expected it. Another hit comes out from Bocchi, and the damage is done. They walk in with 946 bonus, which just won't be enough.
Nope, and then we go to our final match of the week, Ascendant versus Diesel. Diesel's #1 being knocked off from Osu, and Ascendant as well fell last week. Fighting for their lives here. Loser bracket quarterfinals. Starting with Krych's tank.
Indeed, indeed. He does get a smack to start us off, make it 2. Doesn't chase after that. Hits the car off the fence. Hunter comes into the police car. Down goes Sync. This is the away server of Diesel. And down goes Krycha.
Yeah, they kill off his tank, 1 in cap. And if you can see, the survivors were pretty hurt there, so they did a pretty good job. But now it's going to be Ascendant Survivor turn. They're going to shoot this tank down by a couple thousand before they get the commit going in. He does land the car. I mean, a pull, but the car is unsuccessful. They get a pounce now. Now, this will be the tank's corner. They clear the hunter very slowly, though. And now he gets his in cap. And that is going to be all this tank is really able to find. And they do kill him off here and be able to progress through the map. And I do believe they make safe room unscathed for the rest of the chapter.
Yeah, but MK Diesel themselves got 404 bonus from that, so they are pretty damn close here, about a 400, 500 point gap. In goes Control on their away server. Chapter 2, missing the first hit, gets the follow-up onto Coach. In comes the Hunter. Look at the jockey. Finds Frey's head, brings him outside. Coach goes to help out, and down goes Coach. Frey going to be able to avoid it, but the damage is already done. He gets a smack as well. Krycha goes all the way down.
That was crazy. That was close, but now we're going to switch it to the other side. This is Presto with the most wins in RBT so far, playing in the playoffs by himself without a team. Joins Hondu Ascendant, gets his first punch there. He's down to about 1,300. He needs his support to go in. He's going, but they're already cleared up, except the Charger has not gone in yet. And now he spawns. And the Charger was just a little late to the show there. And they're going to clean it up and survive with respectable bonus too now.
Yeah, exactly. We see the last chance hit out of Ascendant. They get knocked down, but the Hunter gets cleared up. Jockey on the other side, as well as the charge getting smacked, and then boom, goes straight for the target that drops down. This was insane play out of Ascendant. Lots of bonus ripped out of the hands of Diesel.
Yes, it is, but actually... Oh, yeah. I got confused what map we were
Here's
on there.
the car.
And
bye!
that is so unlucky for Ascendant now. Really unlucky.
It sucks. Yeah, Innuendo is trying to back it up. Takes a card to the face. We've got Rochelle getting hit to an unfortunate spot as well. Smoker pulls back. Jockey lands too, and Krycha is left by his lonesome here while the other two survivors get ripped to pieces. Nice little skeet, but that will be it. He doesn't get the clear on the Smoker, and down goes Krycha. 244 health left on that tank.
Yeah, unfortunate. A wipeout on your home server is devastating, and now they need to return the favor, but they're going to get a little bit of damage on to prove separation in the pounce pit. 2 boom in the back. High ping is a good job. Also, we do miss out on the 18 DP that initiated that. He can prove slow, and now here's the commit for Frey's tank. He gets the car onto the top of the side of the box truck. It doesn't go in his favor. He has to trade a couple bonus just to be able to get it into play. And now he's in a really bad situation where he's kind of focusing the hittable, and now it's out of play, and his support's going. The rock will land from the clear. He gets another punch, and he hits the survivor a little too far away, gets one more at the end. And that is a dead tank, and Diesel on their way game keep crawling on this chapter.
Yeah, down into the sewers, Huntspit does land with the Smoker. Quick pull on the back line. Great play by Ascendant, but that being said, Diesel left with 250 bonus. They climb up the manhole. This is going to be a tricky hit to survive. Jockey on the head, pulls through. Hunter connects on the ladder, drops down. Down goes Prove. The Jockey eventually getting cleared up. Charge, trying to get a piece of the action here. A little bit of comedy there. Eventually, they finish it up.
This is interesting. Another tank spawn in this area, and look how unfortunate the logs are for one team compared to the other. And this was one of the best takes that we've seen in RBT7 just in general in a tank fight. And this is what happens when you're out of position, and this is just an example of complete focus down on home server against high ping.
It was beautiful to see the adaptation out of Ascendant. Nice little skeet. They clear out all the SIs that are chasing alongside the tank. They finish up the tank. And Ascendant just recognizing the position they're in and instantly capitalizing on it.
All right, and look at this charge from Presto.
Oh, yeah.
The quad. And what a start to the chapter. And all this was impressive to see. I'm not going to lie. I was not ready for it when I saw it, when I watched it when I came home yesterday.
It's so crazy, that safe room hit with that comp. 75% is all they're left with, and the tank going to be coming in from Innuendo, hitting the logs, can't find anything yet, gets a smack onto 4ZE. I think Jockey's carrying away. Down goes Prove. Gets one more smack. Make it 2. And this tank goes down.
Yeah, they do deplete most of the bonus, but they keep crawling. Now, are they able to get the white on Diesel before they can walk in with the rest of this distance? And here it comes. The Charger spawns up. Hunter finds a target. Smoker Tongue breaks on the Charger guy. I don't have no idea why the Smoker went for that Charger, who is all the way in the back. But they do figure it out, and they do get the wipe on the Diesel. And that is exactly what they needed to make sure they got a little bit of point down to go on their second side.
Yeah, they had 2,000 points on that chapter alone, but look at this hit, the tri-cap out of Diesel on their home server. Jockey carries away for a little mountain excursion for a moment. Smoker, in the meantime, just absolutely ripping away at Rochelle, and she's already got to pop her pills.
Yeah, that was wild to see, but actually, if it is an away game, and I think Kryja cleared that up quite nicely. The first one was cleared instantly, chased down the Jockey. And you can't really ask for much more. If you get tri-capped on high ping, you're going to take damage.
Facts.
As innuendo swims in the spit.
Yeah. Not much they can do there. He does eventually go down, but we've got the first tank of the home server for Diesel in the hands of Prove. So, we've got the Jockey on the head. Into the cop car. Goodbye. Down goes Presto. Car continues on. We got the Charger hopping around in the back line. Car comes out once again, not quite able to ricochet off the mountains, but he's got plenty of time here. Hunter ripping away. He's got the corner onto Krycha. The pick, he stands up, just barely dodges it. That would have been horrendous. They do survive. In comes another one. The caps are attempted. They actually land some nice damage there, all things considered.
That Charger actually was so close to landing that quad.
Yep.
He missed. It's so hard to land a Charger on high ping. I cannot emphasize how difficult it is as the tank punches the survivor separated. Interested he didn't punch that car onto Nick. He tried to go for the other survivors. Now he gets the cop car out in the open, but it's up against the fence. Tries to get Nick, and unfortunately for Frey, he's not going to really be able to get much more than a punch or two. And he is going to get killed off. One more rock. Not going to land it. And that is it for their away game on their first tank.
It sure is, and at this point you can see there's only about 1,000 points separating these teams, which is not the spot you want to be in if you're Ascendant. 4ZE going to be the second tank for Diesel here on their server. He is eventually going to drop down after sneakily crawling around. He actually goes through the window, forces them into a split scenario. They regroup, a smack comes out, make it 2, make it 3. In the meantime, the SIs connect. Charger just barely misses onto Rochelle, but it is still going to be a lot of damage. 2 survivors go down. Rochelle still getting smacked. She will go down as well.
Yeah, 3 in caps, but they do survive, and they do manage to crawl their way for most of this map. Oh nope, never mind. No, I forgot. I'll let you take it.
Yeah, we got the quad attempt out of Diesel. We'll see if it's successful. Yes, it is. There it goes. Hunter connects first. We got the Jockey Charger as well as the smoke on the back line. We had a quick pause scenario there, but it got cleaned up real quick.
Now it's going to be Kryja, the Polish feed on him himself, going in with his tank. He misses the first punch, finds Rochelle with about 2,500 left. Gets another one there, 1,900. Gets yet another one. And another, and they're not really shooting him right now because the SI went in and died off. Now Kryja's left alone trying to get anything else. And it's just a 1 in cap tag, and it's pretty standard take.
And at this point, Diesel is leading. So 2 chapters left. Ascendant on their way server got a whole lot left to do. Ricochet attempt with the car, not quite going to work. They got the survivors split 2-2. They are going to work to regroup with each other. Dumpster comes out, not able to find anything with that either. Jockey, fortunately for Diesel, does not connect. Gets bullied down and solo killed. Rock attempt, but Presto's only got 1,000 health left. He sends a Hail Mary. It's not going to work.
Now he's going to get killed off trying to b-hop to his car. He cannot find it. And then we'll switch over to Ascendant taking this tank fight. And the tank fight goes pretty well for quite some time. Frey unfortunately gets punched there. He comes over there, hits Kryja. I don't know if that actually. I think I might have the survivor. No, it was Kryja. Now Kryja jukes him again.
Yeah.
He M2's the jockey, clears the hunter. Jockey gets M2'd again. The bullied life of a jockey right there. That's how he lives. And look at where he punches his survivor. He yeets him up through the window. Now he's up there. Doesn't lead up to much more damage, but still, it's just funny to see him get hit up there.
Yeah, and another hit comes out of Ascendant. Bad timing for Frey as he seems to be struggling. Charge, landing, getting some smackdowns. And Ascendant, no pills, bleeding out. Gonna have that manhole hit.
Beautiful high ping skeet from Kryja there, shutting down the spawns. Unfortunately, the spit spreads everywhere, and they have everybody in it except for Kryja, so 2 of them will fall down. They do manage to pick up, and they do make safe room on that away game.
Yeah, that was so sick to see. Ascendant continuing to power through despite the situation they found themselves in. Nice hit to follow up.
Ooh.
Jockey almost going to carry down. Can't find that open spot, but damn, that was close.
That was almost a death jock on an away game for Ascendant. That would have been huge. But now it's going to be...
I love this tank.
Innuendo, and then why don't you take this tank away for Innuendo?
The survivors push all the way up. Look at the dodge. I thought that took off Coach's kneecaps. Call me crazy, but we still got Coach in there surviving his way through another close forklift hit. But look at how aggressive Diesel was. It pays off brilliantly.
Yeah, a little bit of a separation there, and actually this leads out to be about, I believe, it was 12% damage going out onto the separation, and Frey was slow. And I did watch the game from their perspective. They weren't very happy when that happened, but they're going to come out here. Then Charger misses. They get a 2 cap. And now this tank comes in here to try to clean it up. He has a forklift, and at this point, Ascendant is not backing down. They're going to push, and the Charger will find a split on the survivor and take him. And I do believe this tank should be able to clean this up in a little bit here now.
Yeah, this was the scoreline wasn't necessarily the closest, but there were so many moments that were just so fortunate for Diesel, where if just a few variables were different, we could have seen Ascendant as the winner. There was, for example, the car on Innuendo. There are just so many different moments. The quad, just so many moments where I was like, Ascendant, if just 1 or 2 things could have gone different, they could have won this.
Yeah, absolutely, but for now, they're called the GGs, and this will be the wipeout. And unfortunately for Ascendant fans, they will exit RBT, tied for, I believe, 8th place?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how the ranking goes,
yes.
so either it'll be in 7th and 8th. The official one, we're not quite sure, but that is going to end it. Actually went to the next slideshow. That's funny. This is week 8. But before we head off, actually, here's our bracket. This is the matchups that we have coming up for the week. We're going to have Osu against Uwin, winner bracket semifinals. Oh my gosh. Now, I am excited for this one.
Rank 8, making it to the 3rd round of playoffs in the winners bracket. Absolute ridiculousness. It shows you just how cutthroat this top 8 is.
Yes, exactly it is. And also, this is what we have in the loser bracket. We're going to have the number 1 and the number 2 seed falling down to each other now. And they're going to be battling it out. And I tell you right now, I am almost 99.9% sure this is going to be a home and away game. And it's going to be a home and away game of the single-digit pings. Because the Corey gets single-digit pings on their home server, and Diesel gets single-digit pings on their home server. So it is going to be nuts to see them battle each other on those home and away games.
Right. And another thing is, Hikori has been Peru's last hope. They are such a pillar of the community for Peru, and of course Diesel single-handedly carrying Korea and L4D2. These are such massive names, and either side there's going to be a ton of fans that are going to be sad to see one of these teams depart.
Yeah, but there has to be a winner. Someone does have to win RBT 7. The question is, will it be Hikori, Diesel, Uwin, Osu, or the other battle in the loser bracket between Question Mark and a team you've followed for quite some time, Bochi, the Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah, Bochi wasn't exactly the name I was most expecting out of the Chinese scene to make it into the top 8. I was figuring, Amagami was like a shoe-in, but it was Bochi here, and they took out Fear Factory. I know a lot of European fans very sad about that, but they have been pressing through. They got an upset in this round. They didn't exactly look like they were standing up into the competition in round 1, but after this momentum in round 2, I'm really excited to see if they can take down the one and only question mark.
We'll have to see. And remember, the winners between Hikori and Diesel and question mark and Bochi, they will be playing each other to battle it out for the right to play the winner of Osu and Yuwin. So actually, it looks like my math was off by 1 game. We actually have 6 more games coming. I think I did my math incorrectly. Did I say 6 or did I say less than that?
I think you said 6.
Did I get it right?
You're right on the money.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe I was right, but that is what we're looking at. So we're gonna have 2 loser brackets this week, a winner bracket, and next week after that it's a 1 loser bracket, then 1 loser bracket, and then a champion will be crowned. So this is the last week of multiple matches. After then it'll go to a crawl, but we do have another cup coming in, so the tournaments won't stop. They're going to keep flowing. Stay tuned for more information on them, and me and Na will keep up with them as well. And if you're looking for a cast in other languages, we will definitely have Chinese and Spanish available too.
Oh yeah, great to have so many casters, not just in English, but also Spanish and Chinese, and sometimes other languages too.
Yeah, we even had a Russian one in there as well. I know we had some French ones in the past, but it all depends on what teams are playing in it. But with that coming to the end of our live show here, before we're going to set up for a raid, now, is there anything else you want to point out before we ship it off?
My shout out for this week is to the underdogs. We got a number of them trying to stay alive, trying to thrive here as we continue through the playoffs, and my shout out is to them.
All right, shout out to those teams as well. But for me, we'll do the same before we do a raid over. Shout out for the tournament admins for running RBT7 and entire sleeve of Fig Newtons and Stabith. Shout out to the server admins having the servers for us to play on. J-Dot and Xiao for making a lot of custom things for us. Also, a shout out to the players for playing in the tournament, for allowing us the opportunity to cast their matches, and of course the people for watching at home. Because without you guys, it wouldn't be the reason for us being here right now. But without that being said, we're going to send you over to Abdul. We'll see you later on this week. Have a good one, and me and Nal will be with you later. Bye-bye.